This is right up my street, to say the least. I say that like I didn't sort of manufacture it myself. Hello everybody, welcome to Chaz Draycott Media and welcome to another episode of Tower Simulator 3. Today, as you've probably seen by the thumbnail and the title, I'm doing something that I've wanted to do for quite a while now actually. I've once again used the wonderful Jarek P's scheduler. As I've explained before, you can find that in the user edits part of the FeelThere Discord. Go and find it, it's a fantastic bit of software. It takes a bit of time to get used to, but honestly, once you put the time in with it, it can really up your game and up the airports that you can play with as well. We're going to be going to Ontario today. K-O-N-T. Quite a recent airport to the game. I really like it. It's just two parallel runways with stuff either side of it. Quite an arena little vibe to it. But we're going to be filling it with my favourite aircraft. We're going to be filling it with Boeing 757s today. Every airline that Neargis Designs, I'm going to get it right, have done for the 757 has been included in here. We're going to do a 3-hour preload and use 26 right for everything. It's just multiple airlines. It's all 757s, whether it be the ones with the winglets, without them, or whether it be 300s, even special liveries too. It's going to be a bit of fun, and it's to celebrate the Boeing 757 because just last week the 757 was, I think 43 years old since its first flight, and a lot of the European ones now are being retired. They're over 38 years old. They've had a massive amount of time in service, so I wanted to get all of them together, even with retro liveries, and enjoy them for half an hour or so. So I hope you enjoy the episode, and if you're a 757 fan as well, this one's for you. Just quickly before we get started, let me be that guy and point out that still over 75% of you wonderful viewers are not subscribed to my channel. A YouTube subscription is free, it's a simple click of a button and it helps me out in terms of growing the channel even further, so please consider becoming a subscriber of Chaz Draycott Media today and I would appreciate it immensely. Now, full disclosure, there has been a slight issue with the terminal file from what I've edited, so unfortunately we're not going to be using a lot of the gates along here in Terminal 3, I believe it's known as. But yeah, you'll see them here like this. I think it might come up a bit more frequently than I'd like it to, but we're here at Ontario. We've also already got a Jet 2 757 on its way in. Chanex, what flight number was that? 3970. A lot of them will use sort of predetermined numbers and everything for their flight numbers. But yeah, we'll have a look, shall we? In just a sec. I've put them on every single ramp that I could. Like every single ramp that I could. We'll take a little pause. Actually, no, we'll let it get busy. We'll let it get busy. And we'll have a little wander around, shall we? So we should have, yep, right next to us here. So we've got these wonderful Northern Pacific aircraft as well. Those wingtips are not a sort of misprint of delivery. That's how they look. Titan as well, this fantastic looking machine. There's a few of them actually. I think they've, only just got A321s now. We've also got the Thomas Cook livery. Jet 2 as well in their grey metallic livery without the winglets as well. GLSAI, which was the last 757 to be retired from Manchester, was in that colour scheme. I think this is a 300 of Delta. Yep, it absolutely is. Really long thing. They call the 757 the Flying Pencil, and the 300 is more of an example of that than any other. Here is the gorgeous old school Aer Lingus livery, which is all green along the top. It's absolutely mega. It looks so cool on the 75. Don't think they had many of them, but it's cool to see. Another new Pacific one as well. We've also got the Star Alliance livery for the United one here. We'll head over here, and I think there's... No, actually, my very favourite is not on this ramp just yet. Another Aer Lingus one, the 300 Independence livery of Icelandair. Raven Flight, which is of course the Pacific machine. United, again, that is a 300 as well. We've got the Condor 300. My dad's friend Malcolm, bless him, always called those deck chairs, and it certainly does look like one. An American 757-200 there. Now I can see one of my absolute favourites over here. We've got this Transmeridian Airlines 757. I didn't think I'd be seeing that today. Pretty mega, isn't it? Another new Pacific Aer Lingus, another Star Alliance. But look at the Azerbaijan 757. That has got to be the prettiest livery, possibly in the skies right now, actually. It looks really good on their 787s as well, but it's awesome on the 75. We've got the classy white and blue Icelandair livery. That was into Manchester again very recently. And then another Thomas Cook. And then look at all this lot down here. So many more. More Titan, more New Pacific, Azerbaijan, Condor, United, Royal Flight 757 as well. Cool to see that. I'm not even sure where that's from, actually. Is there a flag on it? Don't see one. Don't know where Royal Flight's from. I'm sure all of you will tell me in the comments. A Thomas Cook 300, I think another one as well. The plain white Icelandair livery, Azerbaijan, and then all the American ones seem to be hiding over here. I think they were supposed to be on Terminal 3, but It didn't seem to work. And then, goodness me, would you look at that. What an eclectic mix of 757s. I think these are they Chibu or Cabo Verde? Allegiant as well. That's what the Jet2 Holidays livery is on the 757, as you can all see. I'm sure a lot of you European viewers will recognise that as the other Jet2 livery that you can usually get. We've got the United 300 over here, and then this fantastic palm tree livery on this one. Awesome, absolutely awesome. But it's just a case of playing with some 757s today and celebrating the wonderful, wonderful aircraft that it is. Chanex 3970, runway 26 right, clear to land. We're going to be using 26 left for the departures from down here as well, because there's going to be a lot from this area.
Chanex 3970.
Raven Flight 8761, pushback approved, facing east. They're all the way over there. I've not tested our cameras out really. F7 camera above the tower as always. F8 down here. F9 on 26 right. F10 all the way down here. That's cool. F11 also looks over here. That's really good. I don't remember setting that up actually. Look at the TUI livery as well. The TUI livery looks good on almost everything. There's an old, I don't know if you saw that, an old Air Astana livery as well. That's the old livery that they used to have. Really, really cool. Actually, no, I'm thinking Vistara, aren't I? Air Astana still runs a livery similar to that. We've not had yet any... are there actually any over here? No, cameras. There's no Uzbekistan Airlines ones. Now, Uzbekistan has a fantastic livery where it's blue along the top, green underneath. Looks epic. Let's figure out who's going where here. Shamrock 90545, pushback approved, facing north.
Pushback approved, facing north.
So Shamrock's going to push back first.
9545.
We've got United, and then the Thomas Cook one as well. And then the Titan one wants to get going too. This is all done in Jarek P's scheduler, like I said. You can get a sort of data file of what aircraft and what airlines you've set up for these things. I'm not sure how well that translates, but if I remember to, it should be in the FeelThere Discord after this if you two just want to play with 757s and nothing else, just like me. Let's have a look. Is it Tomjet? Shamrock Ravenflight Kestrel is TCX. That was the Thomas Cook call sign. And then, yeah, United 8292. They were actually the first one to call up. I've also set them all. You'll notice they are all going to KORD.
Ontario ground.
Because
Zap 8353,
the first one I put in
Bravo,
was just set up
push
to
and
go there,
start.
basically. And they've continued
Ontario
on there
ground,
from
Raven flight
when I've added them all to the
8761
list.
to taxi.
So they're pushing back, and the other three are going to have to wait. So we'll tell them to at least stand by. We'll get them to wait, shall we? United 8292, stand by. Raven Flight 8... No. Kestrel 99771, stand by. Zap 8353, stand by. Raven Flight 8761. Ah, can't change screen while I'm doing that.
United 8292.
Oh no, I've just saved my F2
Standby.
screen as that.
Kestrel 909
Oh no.
Standby. Zap 8353.
Heck. I can't remember how you set the default again. It's in the controls, isn't it? Isn't it Control F2?
Ontario ground. Shamrock
Oh no,
95.
hang on. Oh, I can't believe I've done that one. Egypt. How is it you reset them? Control Shift. Reset Adia's camera. Control Shift and
45
F2.
ready to taxi.
Control Shift F2. There we go. Sorry about that. Raven Flight 8761, runway 26 right at Victor.
Runway 26
Shamrock
right,
90545,
Raven
runway
flight
26 left
8761.
at Whiskey. Cool.
Runway
Let's get
26
the
left at Whiskey. Shamrock 9545.
tag sizes all turned down on here because we don't need them that big, do we? Okay. Zap 8353, pushback approved, facing north. United 8292, pushback approved, facing north. Let's quickly get on the
Pushback
F9
approved,
camera because
facing
we have an
north.
arrival.
Zap 8353.
Our first one of the episode.
Pushback approved,
And it
facing
is the
north.
Jet2 Holidays livery as well. You'll
8292.
see the comparison to the Allegiance livery. These were the ones that were running out of Manchester. Quite fitting that that's the first thing to come back in here this morning. And the thing is, all these terminals are catching every single flight, so there's no theme other than I think American going over here. There shouldn't be a single theme of just one airline going in one place. Look at that. Look at that Shamrock. And United pushing back and Zap pushing back behind them. Oh, it's so cool, isn't it? That suits it so well. There's no Monarch, which is a massive shame. Monarch 757s looked incredible with the old livery on them. They were white with just the yellow and black stripes down the side. Chanex is coming down... Oh, they're just turning there, actually. So they're going to go across November. Okay. Raven Flight 8761, hold short of taxiway Kilo. We'll wait for them to do that before we send them anywhere. No arrivals. Shamrock 90545, runway 26 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. How much are they blocking that taxiway? Quite considerably, I imagine.
Cleared for immediate takeoff on reaching
See if we can get them to...
1000,
Are they going to hold short of Kilo? Are they going to stop there?
Shamrock 9545.
They should stop there. Yes, they are. Thank you. Chanex 3970, taxi to ramp via November. Hopefully they don't block anybody there.
Via November.
Because flying around with cameras here.
Ontario
They should go there and then up there.
Ready to taxi.
Oh, you know.
Ontario ground.
Because they're a bit close to that little line there, aren't they? Because they're going to want to come down here and around there. Are they too close? I don't know. We've got our first departure of the episode, though. Shamrock. Aer Lingus. Kicking its head in. There we can see the Jet 2 Holidays one. And the grey Jet 2 livery as well.
1376 with information Bravo, requesting push and start.
Let's just get the... Boop. Here you go, Shamrock. Awesome. Just looking at my... I've got a moving desktop background these days, and it's really struggling while I'm playing this game. There you go, Shamrock. Oh, look at that silhouette. Oh, beautiful. You couldn't make that up, could you? Brilliant. Now let's get to controlling some aircraft, shall we? Are you going to make that turn? Yes. Raven Flight 8761, continue taxi. Might say negative. American 1376, pushback approved facing east. United 8292, runway 26 left at Whiskey. Zap 8353, runway 26 left at Whiskey. Yeah, they're going to say negative.
Negative. Taxi is blocked.
Yeah.
Chanex 3970. Raven Flight 8761. Raven Flight 8761.
Raven Flight 8761, continue taxi. Kestrel 90971, pushback approved facing north.
Pushback
No one else
facing
has
east.
their
American 1376.
tug attached at the moment.
26 left at Whiskey. United 8292. Runway 26 left at Whiskey. Zap 8353. Continue taxi.
So cool they've got the doors, isn't it? Along the bodywork. It's something I've not really noticed before on the 75s, but they've got these big doors alongside the landing gear. They'll have a livery in it. This is right up my street, to say the least. I say that like I didn't sort of manufacture it myself. This would be the perfect day at an airport for me, because the 757 makes just unprecedented noises. More so with the RB211s than the... I think they had Pratt & Whitney engines on some of them, didn't they? United 8292, runway 26 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Zap 8353, runway 26 left, line up and wait. I'm interested to see what other airlines we get in, because there's a number of them actually at the moment that haven't appeared.
1000, contact departure.
American 1376, runway 26 right at Victor. Get straight across there, you.
26 left,
We included the American and Delta Airlines liveries as well. They're not particularly the most exciting, but at the end of the day, they're part and parcel of it.
American 1376 ready to taxi.
Okay, we'll get Zap to line up. Is it 8353? Yeah. Oh, we have already told them by the look of it. God, have I forgotten that already? Yes, I know. That means it's spawned in an aircraft that wants to be at Terminal 3, I think. Or it's... Yeah, is there an arrival suddenly? Yes. Okay, so they would have gone to Terminal 3, I think. And they are not doing. Here they go. The United Special Livery. Yeah, we're not looking at the right one. Fantastic. And off they go. Into the gloom. Oh, this is good. This is good fun, isn't it? That's what it's all about. Kestrel 90971, runway 26 left via Whiskey. American 1376, runway 26 right, line up and wait. Zap 8353, runway 26 left, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 26
there
left
they go.
Via Whiskey.
Get
Kestrel
shifting.
90907.
I really like this effect.
Runway
This is something I
26
loved from
right,
watching
line up
planes
and
as a
wait.
kid at the
American
airport. So when you can
1376.
just see the tail behind
Runway
buildings like
26
that.
left,
I don't know
cleared
what it
for
is about that,
immediate takeoff.
but it's
Upon
how
reaching
ominous
altitude
it looks,
1000,
just sliding
contact
behind the
departure.
buildings. It's so
Zap
cool.
8353.
So cool. Let's just quickly get eyes on Zap here. That is Titan Airways, for those of you that don't know. My cousin is a member of the RAF. I say a member of the RAF like it's the RAC. He's in the RAF and has been inside the cargo hold of that aircraft. It's one of his very favourites. He's actually sent me pictures of it before. He's now a squadron leader in the RAF, which is, considering how much of an idiot I know he can be behind the scenes, is quite terrifying. American 1376, runway 26 right, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Raven Flight 87, no, actually. Kestrel 90971, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. They're not even calling up yet, actually.
Right,
Raven Flight 8761, runway 26 right, line up and wait.
Contact departure. American 1376. Runway
This
26
New
left,
Pacific.
cleared for takeoff.
I can't remember where they
Upon
got these
reaching
from. I think they were
altitude
ex-Iceland Air
contact departure.
757s.
Kestrel 90971.
But they bought them recently.
Line up and wait. Raven
And now got
Flight
Thomas Cook
8761.
going.
Ontario Tower, Zap 9071 on final 26 right.
Dual 757 lineups. That's stuff of dreams for me. American rotating up there. Look at the climb.
Ontario Mount, Zap 9089 with
Yes, I
information
know.
Bravo.
It's a shame about that, actually.
Start.
But it is what it is. Yeah, get shifting. Now look at this as well. I wanted to just point this out. Look at the size of the 300 compared to the 200. Look how much longer it is. Mad, isn't it? You can see the difference in where the doors are usually on the 7.5. They've got this extra chunky bit here. Ready to go. I love this Trans-Meridian Airlines livery. It's epic. Is there somebody down here ready for pushback? No, it doesn't look like it. It's going to be someone along here, I think. No? Maybe someone up there? We'll find out. We'll actually go and do our job, shall we? Oh, there you go. Is that Zap again? AWC? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. All of you lot are gone. I've not done anything to do with strips yet. They're already on the ground and sorted. Zap on the way in as well. Okay. Zap 9071, runway 26 right, clear to land. Just as he says. Raven Flight 8761, runway 26 right, cleared for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Zap 9089, a pushback approved, facing east. And there goes.
Runway 26 right.
Raven Flight.
Clear to land. Zap 9071.
Not seen any
Runway
Azerbaijani
26
ones yet.
right, cleared for takeoff. On
Not
reaching
seen any of the
altitude
Iceland Air
1000,
ones come up.
Contact departure.
I'm excited to
Raven
see if
Flight
the Independence
8761.
livery of the
Pushback approved, facing
Iceland
east.
Air lot gets
Zap
going.
9089.
So cool though, isn't it? The flying pencil. It's a shame though because it became an airframe that they couldn't develop further. They probably could have put bigger engines on it, but I mean the RB211s were so overpowered compared to what it needed. I think when they designed it and Rolls-Royce gave them the engines in the end, I think it had something like 30% more thrust than it needed, something stupid. But those RB211s are such incredible engines. Absolutely remarkable engines. And as I've said, they make an incredible noise. You can see they're all following the same pattern because they're all going to the same airport, so they're all just going to take off and turn that way and go off into the distance. They're all going to be up there. It's great how long it animates them in the game for, actually, while they've departed. You can see them, look, still making their way out, which I really do love. You can see one turning there, look.
Ontario Tower.
It's great.
Raven Flight 6864 on final 26 right.
Raven Flight 6864, stand by. I still haven't done those commands.
Stand by. Raven Flight 6864.
Okay, who else have we got that we could mess with? I mean, Zap is ready to go any second now. But look at the Azerbaijani one, man. Oh, it's so cool. Condor as well. Not had any of theirs out yet.
Ready to taxi.
Yep. Zap 90890, runway 26 right by November.
Runway 26 right.
Thomas Cook 300. Look how long it is. Stupid, isn't it? It's like when you look at the Airbus A340, is it the 600? It's just a mentally long aircraft.
American 818 with information.
That's them.
Bravo. Requesting push and start.
Cool. American 818, pushback approved, facing east.
Pushback approved, facing east.
I probably could have beefed this up even more, made it even busier, but to be honest, I don't... yeah, I just don't feel the need. Doors open on the TUI and the Astana and on the Aer Lingus. I love how much it breaks up the livery on the Aer Lingus, actually, because of the all green. The Delta 300 there looking resplendent. I don't think that Delta livery suits the 757 as much as some of the older ones. If you've ever seen the Tulip livery, the old livery, that is possibly one of the best combinations of aircraft and livery that I've ever seen. The old Tulip ones were so beautiful. There is a lot of... I seem to see a lot of Facebook groups that talk about sort of bringing back the Tulip or, you know, revive the Tulip design for United, which I think would be great. I mean, it'd make some wonderful retro liveries. Even if they just put it on one or two things, it'd be really cool. Coming in here, I think, is Zap, is it? Titan. Another 200 with winglets. Some of the Icelandair ones have got these interesting little winglets on that aren't quite the same as those. They've got a little pointy part on them. You might have seen them on the 737-800s before, where they stick up and then they've got a little point on the end. A lot of the 757s have started adopting those, actually, for Icelandair. They roll down the runway now. Now are they going? No, they're going to go left, so they're going to taxi towards us, then cross 26 left. And go back onto the cargo area.
Ground. American 818 ready to taxi.
American 818, runway 26 right at Victor. Yeah, they're going to turn left. Right in front of us here.
At Victor. American 818.
Zap 9071, taxi to ramp via Sierra, cross runway 26 left. They may not stop,
Taxi
they may just get straight on with this.
Sierra. Cross runway 26 left. Zap 9071.
They might get to here and stop for a second and then resume, because it's part of the animation of them clearing the runway. Spoilers will come down, flaps will go up, and then they'll get moving. No hesitation though, I don't think. They'll go straight across the runway, because we've included it in that command. Yeah, good stuff. Titan's really clean livery. It just looks like it's not finished though. It should have some writing on it or something, but they never did. They just had this sort of black and orange bit up the back of it.
Ontario ground, Condor 4728
I just love the
Bravo, requesting
amazing sort of proportions of it. I think it's that Condor over there that's going to be wanting some instruction. And so it is. Condor 4728, pushback approved, facing east. Raven Flight 6864, runway 26 right, clear to land. American 818, runway 26 right, line up behind next landing aircraft. Fantastic. Okay, let's do some strips.
Condor 4728.
So we haven't done any of them. The Condor, I think, is going to be our first 757-300 of the episode. They're all, yeah. So they're 75Ws when they've got winglets, and then 75-2s when they haven't got winglets. Yeah, Condor is going to be the first 300 of the episode. We'll go and have a little chinwag with it, shall we? Let's just morph through this lot. Look at the length of that puppy. It's a great livery, that, you know. I know that it divided opinions a lot when it first arrived on the scene and when Condor said they were going to do it. But I think it looks great because it's something different. A lot of the time with aircraft, the stripes sort of follow the flow, the shape of the aircraft. But I don't know, I just think it looks really cool like that. Like I say, it's something different, isn't it? Really brave of them as well, because it can't be easy to cover up, or, you know, when they move them on, it can't be easy for people to change. because it's not just like you can just change the tail. A lot of liveries like that, because they know that the aircraft will go on to pastures new. A lot of liveries, I believe, are mainly white with just coloured tails. Although the leased ones, it's funny, you can tell when it's a leased aircraft by Condor, because it's all white but only a stripy tail. We've got a new Pacific aircraft arriving as the big deck chair prepares. I don't like the stripes going that way on the winglet though. I think it'd be better if they were just one colour or just white. That's the bit I don't like. Okay, they're ready. We've got an aircraft lining up on the runway as well. Condor 4728, runway 26 right at Victor. Oh yeah, Zap has gone full length.
Runway 26 right.
Oh, why have you gone that way?
Condor
Oh, okay.
4728.
Raven flight 6864, taxi to ramp via Sierra, cross runway 26 left. American 818, runway 26 right, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. No arrivals on the way in yet.
Taxi to ramp via Sierra, cross runway 26 left.
Zap
Raven flight
9089, runway 26 right, line up and wait.
Runway
get going.
26 right.
American's
Cleared
on
for
its way
immediate
out.
takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. American 818.
It's cool though, isn't it, Titan? Like I say, they didn't put any writing on them or anything, but they still put little stars all the way down, which I found rather interesting. It's the shape of the tail for me as well. It looks really sporty. It's sort of slung back slightly, as if it knew it was going to be going fast. It's just such a cool design. I could go on about the 757 and just how generally cool it is for hours. You all know that. Since doing these videos now, I've done over 130 of these. Since doing them, all I've gone on about is 757s. I've got stupidly excited every time I see one. And unfortunately, in the real world now, it's becoming more of a rare sight. Zap 9089, runway 26 right, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. I said earlier about the... Sorry, bear with.
Cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Zap 9089.
I said earlier about the file for the aircraft and adding them into Jarek P's scheduler. It will need some tweaking, I think, with the terminal files, regardless of what airport you use it at, unless you use it here. So do be careful with that if you use that, and make sure you know how to use the scheduler before you start confusing yourself with throwing that in. Another Raven flight wants pushing out of here. I need to do more cameras like this, don't I? I kept saying I was going to do them like this, where I have a camera on top of the buildings. Interesting conditions though. It's a bit gloomy, but we still get the beautiful views over the hills. Raven flight wants to go there, but to be fair, the other Raven flight coming in wants to go past them. Raven flight 6642, standby. Condor 4728, runway 26 right, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Give them takeoff clearance, get them out of here, why not?
By. Raven flight 6642.
No arrivals on the horizon.
Runway 26 right. Cleared for immediate takeoff.
There goes
On
Zap.
reaching altitude 1000.
Let's see the other one.
Contact
Yep,
departure.
just turn into their
Condor
right.
4728.
And around they go. There's going to be a lot of 757s going into... Is called Chicago? It is, isn't it? It's going to be a big influx of them going in today. But yeah, if we look over here now, you've got this one ready for pushback. That's going to push back and face that way. But the one coming in now is going to go into there. So they're going to go past where they're going to push. So it makes no sense to push them out into the middle. We've had nothing from Cabo Verde just yet. We've had none of the Transmeridian ones. No Air Astana, TUI. There's a bunch of airlines. Nothing from Uzbekistan yet. I've not seen any of those, or Iceland Air. But yeah, New Pacific, one in, one out, it seems. We'll get them to push in just a sec. 6642. Raven flight 6642. Pushback approved, facing north. It's cool how the engines spool up like that.
North. Raven flight 6642.
Ready to push and start. Oh, they're actually going in just that one. Sorry, I thought they were going one further down. And there she is. Just makes me happy. Sure, it's not the most high-res 7.5 you'll ever see, but Energist Designs and... Sorry, I always say it. Energist Designs and FeelThere have done a good enough job of this game for it to be a lot more convincing and enjoyable to look at than the likes of Tower 3D Pro. I still do plan on doing a video on Tower 3D Pro again soon, you know. I do plan on getting back on it at some stage. Just to go back and see the comparison. The difference in how the commands worked and how it looked and the airports and all that. I do think some of the ambient noises were actually better in Tower 3D Pro as well. Here comes Condor. The deck chair. Gradually spooling up. It's going to look mighty long from all the way over here. Don't know what's happened there. You've got to be careful when you move away from the screens. If you do move the mouse at all, it can drag the screen around. Nothing else coming in at the minute. Just Condor on its way out. I think this might be the last one of the episode. I've been recording for about half an hour now. Doesn't look like it's going very fast, does it, for a 757? Normally they're at 3,000 feet by now.
Ontario ground.
Hello.
Raven flight 6642 ready to taxi.
We'll get Raven flight out, shall we? There goes the big old deck chair. Yeah, no showing from Uzbekistan, but if you haven't seen one before, just Google it now. Just look at Uzbekistan 757s. They're absolutely awesome. Raven flight 6642, runway 26 left via whiskey. Oh, American wants pushback. American 7859er, pushback approved, facing east. What's this one, just here?
6 left, via whiskey. Raven
Whiskey.
flight 6642.
Yeah, it's a shame there's nothing at Terminal 3 there. I'll have to figure that out at some point.
American 7859er.
I'll have to see if I can figure that one out.
Ontario ground.
What?
American 7859er with information Bravo. Requesting push and start.
Funny that, isn't it? Raven flight 6642, runway 26 left, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 26 left, cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Raven flight 6642.
I like being up here in the tower, it's cool. It's really cool. I enjoyed that episode that I did where I stayed in the tower as well, and I'm going to be looking at airports where you get a close view of the aircraft, like this place here, and give that a go again, because it was, I don't know, added a bit more immersion to it, didn't it? It certainly made it good fun, and obviously a bit more of a simulation, but I enjoy plane spotting and looking at the aircraft and being up close to them, like just being able to whack a camera down and look at them closely like this, from a sort of spotter's point of view. Northern Pacific are going to get going now. I kept calling it New Pacific earlier, didn't I? And there it is. Off into the sunset. Bit of a metaphor really that, isn't it, for the 757? As it departs not only an airport, but almost the industry. There's going to be a lot of them still flying over in the Far East as well, and there's going to be a lot of private jet ones, I'm sure. There's one that's, I think the reg on it is 2-Romeo India Sierra Echo, so it's like 2 Rise. Have a look at that if you want to Google one.
Ground,
it is
American
stunning.
7859 ready
Stunning
to
bit of
taxi.
kit. Unfortunately, American, you are too late to the party. As the it does say New Pacific on this side. That's interesting. Is that an error, or is it really like that? I mean, Near-Just Designs don't make errors really, so it's very likely, but there's the metaphor of the 757 departing, and that is the end of the episode, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this little look at 7.5 heaven here at Ontario today. I'm going to be doing this at a few more airports, I think, and beefing it up and making it crazy at places like KLAX, maybe even Amsterdam, something stupid like that. But I hope you've enjoyed this little look at it. Thank you very much for watching, as always, and I'll hopefully see you in the next episode. Have a great day.